Every game begins the same way.
Hello, Birdland family. This is your Orioles Fan Central channel, and I have exclusive and piping hot news that just came out of the oven for you. Before we dive deep, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any detailed analysis and the latest news about our beloved Baltimore Orioles. You know, here we bring information from those who are truly in the know about what happens behind the scenes. My friends, get ready, because today we have a movement that is at the very least intriguing, and I would even say strategic, coming directly from our Baltimore Orioles front office. As reported by the always reliable Roach Kubatko of MASN, the Orioles have re-signed pitcher Corbin Martin to a major league contract after he elected free agency on July 17. Yes, you heard that right. He was designated for assignment on the 13th, became a free agent, and is now back with the team on a major league deal. This is one of those moves that makes us scratch our heads and wonder what's going on behind the scenes. And that's exactly what we're going to break down now with the depth and detail you deserve. Let's recap Martin's recent trajectory. He was originally acquired by the team last May. He spent the entirety of last season at AAA Norfolk, where he posted a 4.05 ERA in 29 appearances. To be frank, it's not a spectacular number, but it shows he's capable of pitching with some consistency. To start the current season, he was again sent to Norfolk. And this is where things get interesting, because despite his performance in the minor leagues not being exactly stellar, and let's be honest, we need more than just not stellar in Norfolk if we want to move up, he was called up to the major league roster on July 2nd, and in his only appearance on the mound, he allowed no runs and just one hit in 1-1-3 innings. A solid performance, a small sample size, but a good sign, right? Well, the story didn't stop there. Less than 2 weeks after his MLB debut this year, on July 13th, the Orioles designated him for assignment. That's right, without putting him in another game. This decision left many of us, the Birds, perplexed. He had barely had a chance to show his worth. And as a result of that designation, he opted to become a free agent, seeking new opportunities. I, as a fan who follows every detail, wondered, had we lost a promising arm so quickly? It seemed like a waste of a talent that, though raw, has a history of being a second-round pick, coming from an organization like the Houston Astros in 2017. That's no small feat. But now, here's the twist. Both sides, the Orioles and Martin, have reached a new major league deal for the remainder of the season. This, my friends, is a very strong indication that the organization sees something in him. It's not just about filling a spot. It's about reinvesting in a player they believe can be an important factor in the future. The way the front office handled this situation, designating him for assignment, allowing him to become a free agent, and then re-signing him, suggests a deeper strategy. Was it a move to adjust the roster without having to sacrifice him via waivers? Or was it a gamble that he wouldn't be picked up by another team and they could bring him back with more contractual flexibility? Either way, the decision to bring him back on a major league contract sends a clear message. Corbin Martin is in the plans. And that's crucial for us, the fans, who always want to understand the front office's vision for the team's future. The big question now, and the one I know is on all of your minds, Birdland, is how will Corbin Martin be utilized? This is the central piece of this equation, and it's where our analysis needs to be even sharper. Martin has a history of being a pitcher who started 10 of the 18 major league games he has pitched in his career. That's an important piece of data, and it could be an indication of his future role here in Baltimore. Why do I say that? Because if the team is planning a fire sale before the trade deadline, and let's be honest, the media has been speculating a lot about this, with names like Charlie Morton and Tomoyuki Sugano constantly mentioned as trade targets, then there will be spots to fill in the rotation. Think with me. If our more experienced pitchers are traded for prospects or other strategic pieces for the future, who will fill those gaps? Martin, with his experience as a starter, fits perfectly into this scenario. He's not a proven ace, but he's a pitcher who can absorb innings and give the team a chance to compete. If that's the strategy, having Martin back on a major league contract means he'll be ready to take on that responsibility. It's a vote of confidence and a sign that the front office is thinking not just about the now, but about how to maintain competitiveness while restructuring. It's a long-term plan, and that's what we want to see from our team. On the other hand, if the front office decides to keep its starting pitchers or fails to finalize the trades many expect, then Martin will likely return to the bullpen. That's where he was used in his only appearance for the Orioles this year, and he performed well, showing he can be a viable option as a relief pitcher. A strong bullpen is essential for any team aiming for the postseason, and having a versatile arm like Martin, who can pitch multiple innings if necessary, is a valuable asset. The flexibility he offers is something manager Brandon Hyde will certainly appreciate. He can be a long reliever, someone to come in during emergency situations or when a starter can't go deep. In a modern game where relief pitchers are increasingly important, having versatile options is crucial. The truth is, Martin's reintegration adds a layer of depth and flexibility to the roster, something the Orioles will desperately need, especially with the trade deadline approaching. Every move the front office makes now is calculated, and this one in particular strikes me as a shrewd move to ensure we have options no matter what happens in the coming weeks. It's a sign that management is being proactive, thinking ahead, and preparing for all eventualities. And as fans, that gives us a little more peace of mind, knowing that the team is getting organized. The season is long, and roster depth is a fundamental differentiator for success. Looking at Martin's specific data, the 4.05 ERA at AAA Norfolk in 29 appearances last season is a number we need to analyze carefully. It's not an ERA that screams future star, but it's not a disaster either. In 2023, he pitched 122.1 innings in Norfolk, showing that he has the ability to pitch a considerable volume. In a scenario where we need innings, he can deliver. The fact that he was a second-round pick by the Astros, an organization known for its pitcher development, also cannot be ignored. They saw something in him, and the Orioles apparently do too. He may have had a slightly slower start to the season in Norfolk this year, but the sample of his major league appearance was promising. One hit in 113 innings is a small sample, yes, but it's a good start. The recent trend in MLB, my friends, is that teams value versatile pitchers. Those who can alternate between starter and reliever, who can come in and do a job in different situations. Martin fits this profile. In a world where injuries are a constant and pitcher workloads are always monitored, having someone who can absorb innings effectively, whether as an emergency starter or a reliable bullpen arm, is a huge differentiator. The impact of decisions like this is direct for us, the fans. It means the team is seeking stability and depth, especially in such a critical area as pitching. It's a way to mitigate risks and ensure the team always has a plan B, C, or even D should things not go as expected. Furthermore, it's important to highlight Martin's resilience. Being designated for assignment and then re-signed shows that he is committed to playing for the Orioles. This speaks volumes about his character and his willingness to adjust to the team's needs. Not every player would accept a situation like this and come back with the same disposition. It's a testament to the mutual trust between the player and the organization, and that's something we value greatly here in Birdland. It's an indication that he wants to be part of our success, and that's what truly matters. The front office's decision, in this case, seems to be based on a deep understanding of the athlete and his capabilities, not just cold numbers. They are looking at the complete package: talent, potential, and character. So to conclude this in-depth analysis, the re-signing of Corbin Martin is a smart and calculated move by the Baltimore Orioles. It's a sign that the front office is thinking about both the present and the future, seeking flexibility and depth at a crucial time in the season. Whether he's a starter after the trade deadline or a valuable arm in the bullpen, Martin will have a role to play. Now, I want to hear from you, the O's and Birdland. What do you think of this decision to bring Corbin Martin back? Do you see him as a potential starter or a bullpen reinforcement? What are your expectations for him for the rest of the season? Leave your comments and opinions below. And as always, to stay up to date with the latest news, exclusive analysis, and all the moves of our Baltimore Orioles, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Share this video with other birds so more people can stay informed about everything happening with our team. Until next time, and let's go Orioles.